Hello everyone! I just found out the hard way that this phone has two microphones on it, and apparently I was covering up the main one with my thumb while recording the thing you're about to listen to. So it sounds like I'm basically underwater, but I refuse to record this again because there was genuine passion in the recording, and if I did it again, that would all be lost. So, going forward, it will sound like this. Sorry for what you're about to hear. Hello, everyone. This is something I need to get out there because I've seen it happen to so many people I care about, and it has even happened to me in the past. And that's letting other people's negativity hold you back and keep you down. Now, that negativity can come in so many different forms. You could have a co-worker that holds you back, a family member who doesn't believe in your dreams, or you're even in a relationship where the other person undervalues you, or maybe even goes one step further and makes you feel like you're a lesser human being than them just so that you stay with them. Or whatever it is, any kind of toxicity you have in your life, really try to analyze where that's coming from and eliminate those sources. Because I've seen that happen so many times. So many people I know, they had such grand dreams when they were younger, and something held them back, whether it was a friend not believing in them, or as I said, a relationship where they weren't supportive in your dreams, or if you're in a job where you kind of start to settle, you're like, it pays the bills, sometimes there's comfort in ease, but do you really want to be that person, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, where you look back and you're just like, that was the pivotal moment. I had all these dreams I wanted to achieve and I just didn't. I settled for mediocrity. I surrounded myself with people who didn't push me to be any better. They just held me back. Don't let that happen, okay? I'll give you a few examples. If you've been following this channel for any amount of time, or if you know me in person, I had a dream for many, many years to make cartoons and do voice acting and write scripts and just get my comedy out there in the broadest forms possible, or, the widest audiences, I should say. And I just didn't. I started a job that was supposed to pay bills to help fund all of this, but I got comfortable. I told people that I wanted to make cartoons, and they just looked at me as if I were crazy. Like, you're not going to accomplish that, mate. What the fuck are you doing? Get back to cutting that paper down to size. And I just see that with so many different people. They wanted to be a writer. They wanted to just do whatever it is they wanted to do. But they just surround themselves with company that just doesn't see it. And they're like, oh, and, it could be as subtle as just not pushing you to do that, or it could be as crippling as just people flat out laughing at you and just making you feel essentially undervalued. And I just want to reiterate, there's only one version of you. So make it the best version of you there can possibly be, okay? Now, sometimes that means you have to cut ties with people who you were very close with, but if you really take a step back and just look, it's just, some people, they just don't have your best interests at heart. I mean, I had a friend, for example, like, as I've said before, my favorite things in the world to do are make people smile and laugh. It's just the best. I can't even describe how amazing it feels to just tell a joke from memory, or just, off the cuff, and getting that reaction from someone. It's wonderful. But I had a friend who had the polar opposite sense of humor to me. And whenever I would fire off a joke or something, because I naturally do that, that's my thing, they would just give me a stone-faced reaction and just say, that's not funny. What are you doing? But here's the thing. That's an opinion. And they voice it as if it's fact, as if what they're saying is the truth. And that's not the way to live. I realize the somewhat of irony of me saying, this is how things are because I say so. But it's true. And that made me lose my creativity. I just didn't see the point because I was around this person more than most people I knew. And I went from someone who just liked firing off jokes and cheering people up and giving off a positive vibe to just thinking, what's the point? If someone's just going to make me feel like shit for trying to bring levity into the world, why even bother? But I removed this person from my life a few months ago, and there's no going back. And I've had that creative spark come again. I've been firing off little videos for people, and I felt that passion again for the first time I felt in many years. It's making me want to just bring, sweep off the dust from this YouTube channel and actually make some things. And it reminded me of this job I used to have. It was mostly good except for one coworker who just made me feel like I was basically the scum on their shoe. And someone else I know, without getting into too much details, because I know they're listening to this, and it's not my story to tell, but they have family members who just make them feel so undervalued and call them lazy and worthless and all the rest of that. And it's not good enough. If you hear that enough times, you start to believe it. And even if you don't know me, I want to stress this, don't let it get to you, okay? Everyone is special in their own way, and I know that's what, that's, after school special stuff to hear that, but it's true, okay? And as long as you're pushing yourself to be the best person you can be, and you're proud of your achievements, don't give a flying fuck what anyone else thinks, okay? If you're putting out what you consider to be your best stuff, you're bulletproof. The only things you regret are the things you don't do. Because if you try, what's the worst case scenario? If the best case scenario of not doing something is the same as the worst case scenario of doing something, you have absolutely nothing to lose from trying. Remember that. And stay beautiful.